Dear students, welcome to Java programming course. Currently, we are discussing about chapter 1, string handling in Java of Unit 5, R19 regulation. As we know, string handling chapter 1 composed in 6 videos. Currently, we are at video 3. And these are the topics we are going to cover in this video. Methods for extracting characters from strings, methods for comparison of strings. And before going to these two topics to be covered, we will see the programming part for the previous two videos for the basic operations for the strings. Let me show you. So coming to this simple program, where it how to create a string objects with using default constructor here. This is default constructor. And when it is used to create an object, it displays null because no string literal is added or no string constructor, any value is not passed to this constructor. It simply displays nothing, right? And when we are creating an array like this character array and use that character array to initialize string objects, it displays these characters into considered as a sequence ABC. That string is initialized to this object. The same here also, one character array is defined with 6 values, 6 characters in sequence, and use that character array to initialize this S3 object, but with some index. Only substring is initialized to this S3 object from this array. So second index, and here it is 3 number of characters including this second index character. And we know that this is 0 index, 1 index, and 2 index. So 2 to 3. So CDE substring is initialized to S3 and displaying this S3. We'll see in the output. And these are the topics we already covered in the previous videos. And let me show you the execution part of this one. So here it is one character array and used this character array to initialize S4 and it displays contains the Java value string value as Java, and I'm initializing another string object S5 with this existing class object S4. So it is also possible then it S5 also contains the same Java. Okay, then I'm trying to display these two string as string 4 and string 5. Okay, byte to character string conversion default default conversion are available in the Java platform where you are executing your programs like. So byte array that contains some byte values, and these values are converted into the string automatically. So here I have a string object S6 and ASCII is a character initialized to this S6. Now S6 contains the converted of these byte values into strings, into characters of displaying S6. And S7 about here it is some substring from this ASCII character, ASCII array of this byte type substring. Only 3, that it means 67, 68, 69. These byte values are converted into characters and that are used to initialize this S7 string. So go to this, remember the class name is string1 and go to command prompt. This is my default directory where this file is located. So compile javasync str1.java. Java str. String1 it doesn't displays nothing. and ABC, string 2, string 3, CDE, string 4, Java, Java, string 6, that byte values 65, 66, 67, all are the ASCII values of this uppercase alphabetical characters, and only substring is assigned to this one. Got it? Then coming to another type in the video 2 programs like, so we have taken one string character and initialized this string object S1 using that character array and finding the length function. So this is the way of initializing string objects with string literals directly and finding the length. And conversion, another special operations we have seen that conversion. So here it is one string object and another string object. Here it is concatenation of string literals with string objects. But if you observe here, integer variable concatenating with the strings, also conversion possible automatically as an S4 object here. And while you are using expressions to concatenate the values here, so when we are executing these cases, both the cases here we discussed. Here this S5 is composed with the literal values like this, and here 4 plus 2, 2. When we are doing like this, the string values automatically added, and it simply displays and consider these as constants, and it gives 4 string literal along with 2, 2 continuous. But whereas I'm using this as an expression, use parenthesis like this, then it gives. Okay. Save this one and go to command prompt. The file name is Java, javac demo.java, javac. Yes, it is. First string length 33 is 9 years old, 9 years old, 422. When we use the expression using parentheses, it performs addition like this. Okay. Now, coming to the topics today, methods for extracting characters from strings. That is the first one. And here the string class provides number of ways in which characters can be extracted. Here the extracted concept is getting out of those characters from the string object. So that extraction part we are going to see what are the methods support to do operation on the string. So many of string methods employ an index or an offset value into the string their operations. And like arrays, string indices starts with 0. As I told you, when we assign a string value like, so string object str equal to something like hello. So that is, this one is h, this is p, and this is l, o, hello. So it is also like an array. It string index also starts with 0, and these are the case like this here. So this is the set. So how to extract the desired subset, maybe or maybe substring also some character I want to add particular index. So use the string indexes to extract the characters or substrings from the string. So here these are the methods for extracting character or substrings from the given string object. The first one, character at particular index, and get chars, some group of substring, some get bytes, and 2-char array. So discuss one by one. The first one is char at function. It is used to extract a single character from a string object by specifying the index of the character. Okay. Here it is character at is a character type method. Why? Because it returns individual characters based on the index given. That index is also an integer type. Okay, for example, here it is consideration. Character ch is a character variable. We need character variable because this method returns character, right? So what, where you are applying the string? On directly one string literal, that is string value, string into quotations abc dot caret. Or you can store this abc into any string like this s1 equal to abc. You can also do the same. Here it is. So now it is a string object s1 contains abc, and you can call this s1 dot caret function. Then it also gives particular index value of the particular specification. Okay, at one index it returns that value. Okay, and we'll see methods one by one in the program point of view. So let me show you one by one. Yeah, coming to here, I have a character variable for finding this. See the working procedure of this caret function method. So we have taken one object, we call the same. Here also printing that character written at index 1. So here character s1, I have taken another string hello, like this string literal, and treated this process as like this, and this process is different. Okay, both are doing same, but here it is character. Directly we call this method on the string, and I'm calling this method caret on the string object. Go to command prompt and compile this one first as demo file, and so it returns B and it returns L. Okay, here in this ABC index 1, A character having index 0, B character index 1. So what B returned. In hello index 2, H0, E1, L2. So L will return. So this is the process of extracting characters from the string. Next one, get chars. So to extract more than one character at a time, use this get chars method. It has this general form and it gives source start, source end, and from where, which array you are going to extract or target start. So the following program demonstrate this character function, and here it is string there s. This is demo of the get chars method. This is the string initialized into this object s. Here it this object s, and I have given starting index variable 10 and index that is 14. So wherever this string contains indexes, so from 10 index and 11 and extract, and using this to call this method. I have an array called new character that it is end minus start. End minus start, what is the end value we have given? 10, 14, and start index value as 10. So when we subtract this one is considered 4. So the size of this buffer array character is 4. So 4 characters is going to be extract, or 5 characters is going to be extract. That it is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. And 4 characters going to take this. First take this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4 space, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 10 to this part will be extracted using this one. So this is the method. Start value is 10, end value is 14, and where, from where to extract this one into this buffer array, and The last one is target starts at 0. Okay. The output of this program will is demo like this. Got it? Next one, get bytes. So here it is an alternative to this getChar method that store the characters in array of bytes. And this method is called generally the name with get bytes. And the type of this one is byte type. And it uses default character to byte conversion. So character to byte conversion. In the previous video, we seen this byte to character conversion, but it is reverse the thing character to byte conversion. Why? Because we are extracting characters from the string and loading into the byte array. So reverse conversion has to be taken place. Okay. Other forms of this get bytes are also available, but this is the most useful when you are exploiting a string value into an environment that does not support this 16-bit Unicode character. Why use this bytes concept in Java? Why? Because we are using 16-bit Unicode character or Unicode character set for representing character sequence for string literals or string values. So most of the times in real time or in internet or something there, we use this 8-bit ASCII character set. So to conversion, this thing is helps you to do the best one. So here it is, most internet protocols and text file formats uses 8-bit ASCII for all text interchange. That's why we use this character to byte conversion. Okay. And another type of function it is extracting to char array. Is to convert all the characters in string object into a character array. The easiest way to call this character array, and it has the general form like this, and it returns an array of characters for the given entire string. And it is very convenient for you to, because it always possible to get chars to achieve the same result. So here getChar is also doing the same type of reflection to copy the sum of the characters extracting from the string given object and load it into the particular array. The same way here also this method, it copies, it converts all the characters in a string object into a character array. And why you are using the previous things, we are using defining character arrays and initializing string objects, that it means array to string we are converting, that it is a reverse process, string to arrays conversion. So right now, so I will show you the process, right? So where I will show you. Yes, it is. See here. So this characters array we are using to initialize the string objects by calling this constructor with character array parameter. This is character array to string conversion. So when we are extracting characters from the string and loading into the characters, and reverse process has to be taken. Okay. So by the method called toChar array method. Next one is methods for comparison of strings. So this is important. Comparison of strings is not much easy, and you have to follow some methods. So string class includes the number of methods that compare strings and substrings also within a string. So here these are the some methods specially designed for this comparison of strings in Java. There is a function called equals and equals ignore case. And region matches starts with or ends with method. Equal versus equal symbol and compare to method. And we'll discuss one by one. So coming to the equals method, it compares two strings for checking the equality between the two strings given, right? So it has a general form, and it's the type of this equals method is Boolean. Why? Because it gives when the two strings are equal, then it returns true. Otherwise, it returns null, right? Next one, And here comparison is case sensitive. When we are having the same strings with uppercase and lower cases, it doesn't identify that as and both are equal and it gives false. Well, coming to reduce or to overcome that problem comparison with case sensitive. So we use this method equals ignore case. So it automatically ignores the case differences between the two string values given for comparison. So it considers uppercase characters to be same as lowercase characters. So it is also, this is the general form of this method. The string object or string value, it is a Boolean type. Okay. Here it is one simple example to demonstrate this equals and equal ignore case here. So here it is some set of strings I have taken S1, S2, S3, S4. So S1 is initialized with hello, S2 hello, S3 goodbye, and S4 uppercase hello. So I'm trying to call this equals method first. Equals method. So here it is the process of calling this one. Observe carefully. S1 is an object dot equals S2 object. So what this invoke method of equals do here it is. This equals method is called by this object and passed S2 as an object to this method. And it means both the objects having two different string characters here, string literals. So S1 and S2 having hello, hello, both will be compared with each other. And this statement gives the Boolean outcome from this call is true. When S1 and S3, so S1 having hello, S3 having goodbye, so both are not equal, then it gives false. Then S1 dot equal S4. So initially it gives false. Why? Because this equal to is a case sensitive operation. It doesn't make sure of these ignore cases. So to overcome that one, S1 compared with S4 by calling this equals ignore case method. So then it gives true. Why? Because it doesn't care of this case sensitive mean uppercase or lowercase, whatever it is, character should be this thing or not, it will check and give the result. Okay. So coming to the comparison part, this using equals method and the equals ignore case. Go and try and execute this one. Then class demo as it is. Comparison and that. So it gives true, hello, hello, hello and goodbye, it gives false. And hello and hello, uppercase and lowercase, it gives initially false. When we use equals ignore case, it gives true. Okay, that is the case. Got it? Next one, region matches method. This is also one of the comparison method for strings. So region matches method compares a specific region inside a string given with another specific region in another string. Region means of substring, maybe you can call like. So here it is. There is an overloaded form that allows to ignore case in such comparisons. Here it is. These are the two general forms of these two methods. So having the same, but one additional parameter, that is ignore case. Ignore case, it means it is having two Boolean values. Either it may be true or false. Based on this, it can consider that case sensitive when we are comparing the two strings. So remaining all start index, string 2, start index and number of characters. So region starts with which index of the given string, and the second string we are going to compare with the called method object of string, and starting of that region into the string 2 where to start and how many number of characters to be matched, going to compare. The remaining cases are same. So coming to this region matches example. So string 1 having this is Java program, string 2 Java is a programming language. Okay, so here I'm using invoking this method, first method I'm using this one, first form of the general method region matches without case sensitive. So just directly I'm giving that starting index 8 of this first string given S1. Why? Because string 1 is the object invoking this method and string 2 has given parameter. So in string 2 and starting index is 0. So this is 8th index of the string 1 and it is 0th index of the string 2. From these two indexes starting string 1 and string 2, compare 4 number of characters. Compare 4 number of characters. That is mean of this method region matches. So it checks 4 characters from this end and this side. So both are, is it same or false? Is it gives, what type of result it gives in to store this Boolean variable match 1? It gives false. Why? Because it doesn't ignores the case sensitive. So here it is upper and lower case combination. It is purely uppercase. So both the region of the strings given is not equal. So then what we need to do? Then use the second form of this region matches method by taking one more parameter for ignoring case. So here I given one parameter like true. So remaining all same. Then it ignores the case sensitive and automatically gives true value. So when we are trying to these two match 1, match 2 variables of Boolean, so it gives output like this. So go to the execution part of this one. Okay, this is the same. We have taken string 1, string 2, region without ignore case, region matches method with ignore case. Okay, coming to execution, go to command prompt here and compile this one. Java C str2.java. Java str2. As it gives first initially false, then letter true. Rotate. Next one starts with and ends with. These are also two comparison methods. The string defines these two methods mainly as a specialized forms of region matches. So in region matches, we given only the starting index and number of characters to be matched or compared. So here starts with a method determines whether a given string begins with a specified string or not. And conversely, ends with determines whether the string in question ends with that specified string or not. So it is also comparison, but in a different way. But we consider this as a specialized form of region matches method discussed in the previous slide. And it is the general form of these two methods, and both methods are of type Boolean, and these two methods returns Boolean true or false value when we are giving this, when we invoke this method using the two objects comparison for the two string object values. Okay. So here it is an example that string S1 hello KHIT, I'm taking this string value literal into this object. So I invoke this method ends with method of this string str1 object. So it is, I'm comparing this case, is this string ends with these two characters or not? So first it checks this string given str1 is ends with it s. Otherwise it gives false. If it is s, then it is returns true, the comparison match. The same way str1 starts with method and I'm giving two characters, that is he. Is this string str1 starts with these two characters and both are giving true values. Why? Because that hello KHIT starts with he and ends with it. You can compare not only two characters, you can give more characters to compare and invoke these methods to check this one. Okay. And another form of this, second form of this starts with, and here it is because starts with here. You can use string also with starting index also, just like reason method given. Okay, here this start index specifies index to invoke a string at which point the set will begin. So that is str1. I'm invoking this starts with by passing two parameters. One is string for comparison hit hit, and I'm giving the starting index from where in the given string. So here it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, space 5, 6, 7. So 7 to the end of the string. 7 to the end of the string, it checks from these three characters are matched with this value or not. So it returns true. Why? Because that 7 index onwards it is matching with this characters hit. It is substring and it is matched. Okay. And go to the problem here. Yeah, come to here. The same thing here we have taken into the file. So here I'm for convenience, I'm taking with ends with small it and the same with he. So let's check it how it is checking or giving any case sensitive values or not. Going to command prompt. See here, file name is string3. That is 3. So initially it has given false, case sensitive. So coming to then remaining to true. So once again go to the program. Why it is given this statement as false? Why? Because that hello KHIT string str1 ends with uppercase it. So here it is lowercase it. When we change this to uppercase it, then save it and go and compile and execute again. It gives both all or three truths. Okay, so you have to check this one when we are applying methods on string, right? Okay. So coming to another method comparison of strings, equals versus equal operator. It is important also to understand that equals method and the equal operator perform two different operations, not same operations. So this equals method compares the characters inside a string object. But here this operator compares two object references to see whether they are referring to the same instance or same string object or not. So here string 1 hello and string 2 is an object initialized with this s1 object. Okay. When we are using s1 dot equals of s2 and s1 equal to s2. So let me see how these two operations applied on the string, whether they are giving equal same operation or different operation. So what this equals method checking the comparison of the string value based on the string inside of the string object. But this equal operator compares the references of those objects referring to the same instance or not. Yes, come to here this program. For your convenience, I have taken three strings here. String 1 hello and string 2 object is initialized with string 1 object s1 and string 3 object is initialized with s1 without directly using this equal to operator, right? So when system.out.println s1 dot equals s2. So is equals method checks the string values and compared within the string. So this one gives true. Why? Because s1 s2 both are initialized with the value with hello. But wherever we are comparing s1 equal to s2, this gives false. Why? Because both the string values are not referred to the same object. So that string hello is separately created, that it is not referred by the thing. But whenever we did this, the process S3 equal to S1, so like this, so as it is true, as it is true, both the values are referring to the same object. Okay, so check it is false and true. Sorry, true, false, true. Go and check the execution part of this one. String 4, true, false, true. Got it? Next method, compare to. So it is not enough to simply know whether two strings are identical. So we know methods, we have seen many methods for comparing the two strings given objects. But here one more important is compare to. So this is mainly used to sort applications. In sorting applications, and where we need to know which is less than, equal to, or greater than to the next one. In this sorting applications, and based on that, here also the comparison of strings applied, but the previous methods are not helpful into these applications for the comparison sake, right? A string is less than another, it comes before the other in dictionary order. The greater is also same, comes after the other in dictionary order. So the method compare to served in this purpose for sorting applications of a given some set of strings. It is specified by this comparable interface. In the first video of this class, string chapter 1, we discussed the point that string class implements three types of interfaces, right? One of them is comparable interface, and which is string implements as well. And it has the general form that compare to and string, and the type of this method is int, and it gives that integer value it returns, right? So when it returns the value based on that integer value, here it is given three types. So less than 0, the invoking string is less than str. Greater than 0, the invoking string is greater than the string. And it is gives 0, the two strings are equal. So here this str is a string being compared with the invoking string, the same process we used for the previous methods. The result of comparison is returned and interpreted as like this based on the value. So here it is a simple sample program that sorts an array of strings using this compare to method and making them into a particular order using bubble sort. Remember this one, using bubble sort. And here I have one variable, that static variable integer array, sorry, string array contains these different values as branches in our college life. And main method, I have bubble sort logic here. This is for rows and columns based on whatever you like. And this if condition, comparing the first element with the index element. This is row value and this is column value. And based on this given array side by side element, first element is stored into this one. That is, second element is compared with the first element array of I, array of j, and we are applying, here it is swapping. This is swapping process. Okay, you already know the swapping process when you are going to sort a given list of elements. Okay, swapping process. And finally, we are displaying the array based on this index j. Every time you are displaying. Okay, here this compare to is a method, is a case sensitive. It cannot considers the case sensitive uppercase and lower cases. Okay, it always gives the uppercase into the first and then lowercase values into the order next arrangement. Okay, And this is another variation of that ignore case of the compare to. So there is a method called this compare to ignore case. Compare to ignore case. So this is the method used to do the same of the comparative method, but it ignores the case sensitive or case of those letters present in the given array. So go to the execution part of this one. So for your understanding purpose, I have taken CSC as uppercase and remaining word this case. Actually, what the order of these values when we apply sorting? The first one should be civil, right? Then only CSC, then triple sorry, ECE, then triple MBA and mechanical, right? That is the order. Then the same logic we have taken here and displaying this value and go on compare using command prompt, go to string 5, and execute. The first uppercase value has to be placed in order. CSC first, actually civil should be there, but uppercase character is comes in first order and later civil, ECE, triple MBA, mechanical. Okay. So go and change that values for understanding. Okay, come to here. I'm going to change these upper cases into a lower cases. I'm saving again and run at command prompt. So take in the same. Okay, compiled successfully and run it. See this one. Observe these two outputs. This case and this case, civil it is going to be taken care. Okay, got it? Then I will show you another thing here. Consider the same program. So with uppercase CSC like this. And if you observe here, I have taken one compare to ignore case method. So here CSC is an uppercase and it doesn't matter. It puts this CSC in particular perfect order in the sorting. So I'm going to execute this one. String 6. That is compile. 6. If you observe this, even though this CSC is an uppercase, but still it put in a particular proper order at particular place, at appropriate place. And sorting. Okay, understood? So today we covered the two types of methods. The first one, methods for extracting from the strings and methods for comparison of strings. Okay, thank you.